Hello, Aries, and welcome to another reading with Tiffany from tiffanystarology. I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to be doing a different kind of spread today. We're going to be doing a Celtic cross, but because I only have a little bit of room on my little table here, we're going to do five cards across the top, 5 cards across the bottom to do the traditional 5-card Celtic cross spread. So bear with me. It is, I've only done it a couple of times, so I'm getting used to this spread, but Aries, all the planets are direct. So there's a lot of positive energy going into February. How are you feeling? Are you ready to move into this new month? I can't believe the month of January is already over. But you know, here we are. So we're going to start with your first card, which is your current situation. Card number 2 is going to be the challenge you're facing. So Spirit, what is the current situation Aries is in? We have Strength and 9 of Cups. Ooh, you are trying to build something that you are happy and proud of. Needing to stay strong. What is the current challenge Aries is experiencing? Current challenge. And I will show you all these cards up close and personal, so don't you worry if they're out of focus right now. They will not be for long. The Hanged Man. So more information is needed before you move forward, my dear Aries. Hanged Man comes in. Then we have your strengths going into February, your strengths. We have the Knight of Cups, the 7 of Wands. Sorry about that. And the Justice card. Area of focus, which can be maybe places where you have a little bit of weakness. So your areas of focus. The Hierophant. Okay, are you paying attention to what your spirit guides are telling you? Are you paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing as a leader, as a teacher? We'll clarify the Hierophant. And our last one for the top is going to be what's coming for you in the near future, Aries? What is coming for you in the near future? Spirit's like, we're going to make you work for this one. Near future. All right. Wheel of Fortune. Hey, I'll wait for that. Wheel of Fortune. It's beautiful energy. Okay. For our bottom row, what is Aries leaving in the past? The Tower. Okay. So that is either coming up at the beginning of this month or ending the end of last month. I think our last month reading was talking about walking away from difficult situations. So you probably already walked away. Advice is Knight of Swords. Your current environment and the influences of that environment on your current situation. You have Ace of Cups. Love that for you. Your hopes and fears. Your hopes and fears. Knight of Pentacles. And your last card is going to be the potential outcome in February for Aries. The Moon. Ooh. Ooh. We will go ahead and pull a couple of oracle cards at the end of this reading. But let me go ahead and organize your cards really quick. So everything's looking good. Okay. Okay, so starting off, we have the beautiful Strength and 9 of Cups card. So if this is basically your current situation, I really see Spirit saying, you're preparing yourself for a seat at a table you want to actually eat at. And it's not quite here yet, but in February, you're being tasked to tame your inner fears, your inner beast, the part of you that wants to rebel, the part of you that wants to give up, to be strong and believe in the prospects of what is to come. Because again, as we get closer to the end of the reading, the Ace of Cups did come out. So there is something very prosperous, something very fortunate, especially with the Wheel of Fortune coming for you as well. And Spirit is saying you're preparing a table for yourself, or God is preparing that table for you. And although you had to let go of something difficult this past year, especially dealing with the ending of that in January, it's time for you to believe that better days are yet to come. One of my favorite cards is the Strength card because it talks about the 8-year, right? We are in the 8-year with 2024. The Strength card is the card number 8. It's one of those things where I want you to really remember during this beautiful February month that there is an inner lion, an inner lioness within you who is waiting to come out and to go after what they want. Because there has been a period of you feeling like there's been setbacks and holdups and stagnancy, letting go of things that hurt you, tower moments, this, and that, right? But as you begin to walk more into your power and to see who you truly are, this 9 of Cups wish fulfillment has your name written all over it. I'm going to kind of zoom in here. All over it, my friend. And there is so much goodness. You're going to be around the right people. You're going to be surrounded by the right souls. And I finally feel like you're going to be in a situation where you actually feel like you're vibing and you're on the same path and trajectory as the people that you need to be in, especially in romantic partnerships and whatnot. So there's a lot of prosperity coming for you with that. As far as your challenge, you have the Hanged Man. So are you feeling this need to like hurry to the next situation, hurry to the next step? Spirit is saying, be patient, pause, reflect. If you just got out of an unstable situation or a difficult situation, why are you so quickly trying to just jump off to the next? Like, don't you want to take in what you're feeling and what you're going through? And don't you want to savor maybe a little bit of alone time and strategize your way forward? Don't just jump into the next thing. Really think about what it is that you want and take your time. It's not quite time for you to make that move yet. As far as your strengths, you have the Knight of Cups, you have the 7 of Wands, and you have the Justice card. So we'll start with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a messenger. Good news. So your strength is you're remaining positive. In the face of adversity, in the face of things maybe not having gone so well the last couple of months, and especially into January with that tower moment that you had, I see you still remaining positive about the outlook of what is to come. Although it's not coming quickly, you're remaining steadfast and you're going straight towards it. And I just see someone who's like, you know what? I've been beat down, I've been battered, but I'm not done yet. And I'm still going to move forward. I also see here with the 7 of Wands that you've been able to really keep a good head on your shoulders. As you've gone through a lot of the trials and tribulations, you've been able to defend yourself, know what's right for you, know what's wrong, and actually say, hey, I am going to bring more favor into my life by being true to myself, by being true to what I need, what I deserve, and making sure that you're not allowing everybody to step all over you and take your energy. And really, you've just come into alignment with the Justice card of, I know that this is what I need, what I want, what feeds my soul, and this is what I'm going after. There's not a lot of gray area anymore. And as you build this seat or even the table that you're going to be sitting at, I see you finding a lot of karmic justice that your spirit guides and your spirit team are bringing in because you stood the course, because you stood the test of time. We're going to go ahead and clarify for your area of focus with the Hierophant. What is it about the Hierophant that you want Aries to focus on, Spirit? What is it? 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So, as you're trying to grow and build, as you're trying to make more of yourself, more of the situation, you need to make sure that you're paired with the right people, especially the right teachers, the right mentors. You need to be led by a spiritually guided, a level-headed, a non-egotistical type of teacher that will help you to progress during this period of time. Maybe you're listening to podcasts, reading self-help books. Maybe you're also getting into a new working environment, trying to do things more traditionally in the relationship sector. You need to be on the same basis, the same playing field as the people that you're working with, and you need to actually try to do things right this time. I feel like maybe you rushed into situations previously, but Spirit is like, take your time, make sure that you know what you're doing, make sure you know the people that you're working with, who you're getting involved with. Maybe you won't run into those same issues if you just allow yourself to let go of the past and how you used to be and embrace this new future version of yourself. In the near future, the wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. So you thought you lost something, right? You really thought that you lost something. But I see Spirit saying, the tower that's coming up in your past made way for you to move into your future. You have a very promising outlook with this wheel of fortune. You know what you want, and fated events and cyclical changes are bringing you to that rightful place that you deserve. I'm going to clarify, what is it that Aries is gaining? What are they walking into with this wheel of fortune? 7 of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. So you're going to have options. And so that could be options in work. That can be options in relationships. That can be options in how you choose to spend your time, what you're investing your time and money into. In the past, I feel like you were stuck to a situation that required you to have to be strong of mind and of heart because you weren't necessarily super invested in it. But now the Wheel of Fortune is saying you are going to have so much abundance and so much prosperity that you're not even going to be able to keep up with all the options that you have. You're going to actually have to pick and choose between partners, pick and choose between job opportunities, pick and choose between which house do you want, things like that. And it doesn't mean that even with this Wheel of Fortune being here that you're not going to run into some issues trying to make those choices. But the fact that you have the choices means you're not in a state of lack. You're not in a state of not having what you need, having to be strong and fight through it, right? You're actually going to be gifted so many options and possibilities with this Wheel of Fortune that whatever you had to let go of, whatever, this tower moment that happened in your past, whatever it represented, it was to push you into a place where you actually have what you need, where you actually are uncovering the next steps, right? So you kind of got thrust into, this fire, but honestly, it's purifying your way forward. So again, I don't want to harp on the tower too much, but there was something that you dealt with in the recent past that completely rocked your world. Whether that was a breakup, whether you were fired from a job, whether you ended up, kind of being wronged by someone that you cared about where you needed their karmic justice, but there's just this beauty that's unraveling about you where you're like, okay, I see how life is going. I understand what is up. I'm moving forward in spite of all odds, and I'm okay. With your advice, with the Knight of Swords, this is being a student, going after what it is that you want, learning as much as you can. Again, that Hierophant energy of the teacher, being ready to take the world by storm when it's your time. So there's a lot of preparation that's coming in February for you to kind of get ready for what is next, for all of those options that Spirit is about to pour into your life. But you need to also be ready to take off and move quickly because opportunities are coming in fast. And so that might mean you need to really get serious about what it is that you want, set some clear some clear intentions so you can manifest what you desire, so that you can get what it is that you truly want out of this next phase of your life. Your current environment is Ace of Cups. You're being gifted something. You don't even have to work for this, Aries. It's coming to you. As I say, coming to you live. Something that you need. Let's find out what that is. I'm kind of curious. What is it that's coming in for Aries spirit? What is it that is about to really rock their world, send them in a whole new trajectory? 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. That's beautiful energy. So I see you really if you are really hoping for a job that's going to give you more security, a family unit because a relationship went wrong, it's coming. Health, if your health has been going through it, it's coming. And the way that I see this could be your energy. This also could be energies within your field. But with the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords, there is just this drive that you have, this emotional stability that you have. I see you sitting in this and being like, oh yeah, I know it's mine. And you're not cocky about it, right? The Queen of Swords has a gentler energy than the King of Swords. But you're really sitting in your power and saying, yeah, I trusted Spirit. I knew this was going to happen for me. I knew that this Ace of Cups, this 10 of Pentacles energy, like, come on, 10 of Pentacles. I knew it was coming in for me. I just had to trust and believe and let myself expand and look into the future. With your head held high, with your feet sitting on these cushions so they don't touch the ground, like you're ascending into your rightful place. And for some of you, this is not necessarily a divine pair, but I kind of like this duo. A strong feminine energy and a very grounded and strong masculine energy. Maybe for some of you, you're also going to be walking into a situation where you are more aligned with like a boss or with a mentor or with a peer of some sort. Like you guys can actually work together. You guys might not actually be like romantic, but you guys are on the same page and you can build and you can finally have what it is you've been looking for, right? Wow, I love that for you, Aries. Your hopes and fears comes with the Knight of Pentacles. You want to be successful. You want to make it. You want to reach your goals, no matter what it takes. And you will. As long as you're steadfast, as long as you give yourself time to heal, as long as you remind yourself that each day you are closer and closer to your goals and you don't give up. Because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. But he reaches his goal. He knows his worth. He has an idea in mind, right? So you're going to be kind of toying with those ideas. Like, okay, what do I do? What comes next? And when you finally decide on that idea or ideas, you shoot for them, you aim, you fire, you go. You make it. And then for your potential outcome, you have the Moon card. This is very interesting because the Moon card is very elusive. And I feel like Spirit is saying, I'm not going to tell you the full story yet because there's a lot that you're being prepared for, Aries. And so I'm like, ooh, cliffhanger, Spirit. But I do see Spirit saying, although you can't know everything that is coming, I will give you hints and clues as you take that next step. So you're kind of walking into the fog. And as you take that next step and take that next step, each step you take, the path becomes illuminated, right? And there's a mystery involved in this because if you knew now how it was going to pan out, there might be a difference in how you approach the situation. I am going to dive into it a little bit and see if Spirit will tell us anything else about this future outcome, but it's being hidden from you for a reason. And I feel like it's because there's a part of this journey in February that you need to go on that's going to help us uncover more about you, maybe mid-monthly or in March. But Spirit, what is this Moon card? Why are we getting the Moon card with the potential outcome? Is there something that we need to overcome? Something that we don't see? Are we just needing to trust our intuition? Let's see what Spirit has to say. For the Moon card for Aries. Wow, we're quiet. It's so funny. Oh, that's way too much. But let's see what we got though. Let's see. We got 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and Page of Wands. So it's just like a lot of energy. How I would sum this up is, and we'll do this quickly. Let me start with the first card. As you go into this Moon energy, right, you're going to have to move. I don't know if you're moving physically, if this is emotionally, but there's a shift or a change within the mental space of how you approach situations and where you're going with your life, right? With the Page of Wands, it's like Spirit wants you to start focusing on what inspires you, what you love, what you want to do with your life, what next steps do you need to take. 4 of Wands, you will be victorious. So Spirit's like not saying what or when, but that you will be victorious in the long run. So I don't think the finish line is in February, obviously. And you know, we're not looking for finish lines per se, but there are some difficult decisions that are going to be coming your way that you're going to have to navigate through. You're going to feel trapped in some of them. And so this is going to be the opportune time for you to really focus in, Aries, on your intuition and where is it telling you to go. Facing your shadows, incorporating the light and the dark parts of you, and becoming a better version of yourself in the long term. So I don't think Spirit's going to be very open with us as to what exactly the future outcome is, because it's really going to depend on if you put in the work, if you decide to focus on what it is that you need to, as far as your intuition, doing your shadow work, following the moon cycles, things like that. We're going to go ahead and pull 3 oracle cards for you and wrap up your reading for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed that little setup, a little different than we did last month. But I like kind of the open-endedness of your reading, because it literally says potential outcomes, and Spirit's like, well, the potential, you know, it's potential. Spirit's like, we're not going to say much about it. Anything you can give me for my dear Aries Spirit. This is going to be from our Sacred Travelers Oracle deck. We're going to pull 3 for you today. We have Desert Passage, Discovering Truth. One of my water signs got that. I can't remember who. I want to say maybe it was Pisces? Uncovering Treasure and Reaching. Okay, beautiful. So Desert Passage, it says, trust that there's a divine plans. Okay, so I'm really feeling the word trust with the Moon card. Although you can't see it, maybe you can't hear it, maybe you can't smell, taste, or touch it. Spirit wants you to believe in the power and the process of a divine plan at hand. I think there is something about your faith that Spirit wants to make sure is intact before Spirit tells you what is next. So focus on trusting and building your faith and working on, you know, falling into the arms of God this month. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. So don't go the way that everyone else is going. Do what you need to do. Go in your own direction that makes sense to you, and keep discovering what's true to you. It's not always going to be true to everyone else. This traveler is going this way, those travelers are going the other way, and it does not matter which way you choose to go, as long as the path that you're on is authentically your own. I'll let this truck pass. Okay, we are back, Aries. It was a trash can man or trash truck man. All right, so you have Uncovering Treasure. It says, beneath the surface lies great bounty. So if you can take that next step, Aries, and really dive into yourself, into your truth, have strength through this transition that you're going through, continue to rely on Spirit, continue to rely on the process, you're going to see something really beautiful begin to unfold in February for your life. I think it's going to be just the iceberg. Like the treasure chest is just being opened. But I think there's so much energy that is about to outpour into your life as a result of you being steadfast and focusing on what you need to do in order to move your life to the next level. And then your last card you have is Reaching Your Destination. It says your light is shining brightly. So if you're worried about, am I going to get there? Will I get my seat at this table? Will I be in the right situations and with the right people in the future? The answer is absolutely yes. If you stay on the path that you are, that is the right path for you. I see you making a big leap in a direction that maybe you weren't expecting. But if you can do that, I see you becoming very successful. If you've been looking for confirmations, you may be seeing butterflies. I'll kind of zoom in. It's a beautiful image there. It reminds me of like Disneyland. And just understand that your light is your guiding force. It's going to lead you to this treasure. It's going to lead you to this bounty that you can't quite yet see. And that's where it says uncovering treasure beneath the surface. So there's something that you need to learn and lean into that is not at a superficial level. This is under the surface. This is deeper. This is soul level. And as you begin to figure out what that is, I feel Spirit's just going to help you to understand that this is how you're going to get to the next step. This is how we're going to make it forward. So I hope that this message reached you. If it was meant for you, Aries, please give me a big like, subscribe to the channel, check back in a couple of days for your mid-monthly. I'm hoping to get them up next week. But just, I really want you to stay the course, build on your faith this month. And if you're interested in doing like a one-on-one reading with me, connecting with me on my tarot Instagram where I'm very active, go ahead and click on the links in my description. And without further ado, Aries, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.